How do you think did that shift to silent reading affect education?
Education then could be something that was both a public, in the sense that there would be more than one person, and a private activity. It was a public activity prior because you learned usually biblical texts or biblical commentaries or whatever it happened to be, or in any event theological works, in the presence of people who already knew it. With the advent of silent reading and with the advent of punctuation that was tied to silent reading and capitalization and all the other structures, it was possible to learn on your own, and I think that would probably be the beginning of education, at least as we know it, and certainly education as an analytical as opposed to a strictly rote learning activity. So people then could in effect create their own knowledge. They did not depend on others to give it to them in the form of, in this case, revealed text.
And my last question is there a place in education for reading out loud?
I think there is. First of all, just as a way of understanding emphasis of language, or written language can be, aside from punctuation and bold and other kinds of visual techniques, written language can be quite one-dimensional as far as emotion is concerned and as far as emphasis is concerned. And reading out loud, I think, is an opportunity to get that kind of information across to people more effectively, or get the nuance and get the tone and get the themes across to people more effectively, not just concentrate on the narrow meaning. I also, in my own teaching, have found that people whose first language, in this case, is not English, and I suspect it's equally true in all languages, who speak reasonably well but do not write well, I encourage them to read their work out loud, either to themselves or to others, and critique their work that way, because while they don't know what a split infinitive might be or what a gerund or a participle might be, they do know that that doesn't sound right when they say it. And it has been a fairly effective technique. It's one that's difficult sometimes to get people to accept, because most people feel far more conscious about their speaking than they do about their writing, but ironically most of them speak a lot better than they write.